Hi, this is attorney Michael Pariente with the Pariente Law Firm PC, John G. Watkins of counsel. I'm a criminal defense lawyer here in Las Vegas. I've been practicing law for nearly 20 years. And today I'm talking to you from my conference room at the Howard Hughes Center here in Las Vegas about SESTA, FOSTA, and the effect that these laws are having on free speech. Now let's talk about SESTA, FOSTA. What do they stand for? SESTA stands for Stop Enabling Sex Traffickers Act, and the FOSTA bill stands for Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act. Both of these bills were passed, one in the House, one in the Senate, back in March 2018. They were signed into law April the 11th, 2018 by the President. Now, even before they were signed into law, you saw the effects that was really what is known as chilling free speech. And what you saw was a lot of companies such as the eroticreview.com and Craigslist, also City Vibe, Backpage. A lot of these websites had already shut down because they were worried they were going to be prosecuted. Now, why would they be worried about prosecution? Here's why. Let's say that you have a website, and let's say that someone on your website decides to promote prostitution or talks about, hey, I'll have sex with you if you pay my phone bill or something like that. If this person is using your website to do this, you as the owner, whether you knew about their speech or not, you could be prosecuted and face up to 5 years in prison. And also you would be fined and you could be sued by various plaintiffs under the new legislation. Now, the interesting thing about this law is that it hasn't even gone into effect, and you've seen all of these companies that have just shut down rather than try to fight the law. Now, what I think is going to happen is you're going to see a lot of companies, including what are commonly known as like sugar daddy or sugar baby websites. I think you're going to see a lot of dating websites that are going to be prosecuted under this law. And what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to fight and file what's called a petition for injunctive relief. And what that means, you're asking the federal court to stop prosecution because you have a very good chance of winning on the merits, and that means a very good chance of proving that the law is unconstitutional. It's a very high burden, but if you get injunctive relief, then what happens is the law is stayed, which means that you're not prosecuted, nor is anyone else prosecuted, while the courts determine if SESTA and FOSTA are constitutional, mainly if they violate the First Amendment. So until that happens, you're going to see this act in its full effect. And I think, like I said, you're going to see injunctive relief granted. I think that will happen at some point, and then ultimately I believe the U.S. Supreme Court will have to determine if this law violates the First Amendment. If it does violate the First Amendment, then obviously the law would be found unconstitutional, and we would go back to status quo that existed before March of 2018. If it is found to be constitutional, then the law will stay in effect.